This is my very first YouTube video. My name is Megan. This is Apollo, my doggy. I, around August, discovered like BookTube and BookTok and Bookstagram and all of those things. I loved it, absolutely loved it. I, of course, read before that, but like I didn't keep track of it. That's when I started journaling, and that's when I really got into reading and started catching up on all of the BookTok classics like Colleen Hoover and all of those authors and all of those books. I love it. I absolutely love reading. I've fallen in love with it again. I just want to document my reading journey now, figuring out what I really like in a book, what genres I more gravitate to, and all of those things. But this video is going to be a like almost end of the year TBR and book review. I've come up with just 3 questions about the books that I have read so far, what my goals are for the rest of the year, and going into 2023. It's also going to be an end of the year TBR, so I'm going to show you the books that I would like to finish by the end of the year. It would be great. First question, how many books have you read so far? For me, so far is going to be from August. So I have read 12 books, which I feel like is pretty good for someone who has just rediscovered their love for reading. And I want to do like an end of the year, an actual end of the year review where I show you all the books that I've read this year and everything, but I'll do that later. Question number 2 is books that I want to read before the end of the year. So this is kind of like my end of the year TBR. I am right now reading the ACOTAR series. I'm on book number 3 and I'm obsessed. The second one was definitely my favorite so far. This one is taking me a little bit longer to read. And of course I have 4 and 5 in the series. This is the little novella, which, you know, hopefully I can read really, really fast. And A Court of Silver Flames. Hopefully I can get these done by the end of the month, all 3 of these. That is a hefty goal because these are hefty books, but we'll see. And then because I like just got started on my reading journey again, I have a lot of books that were on my shelf that I would just like to read to get them off my shelf, and I think it would be interesting. I've had these books for years and just never read them. The first one is Briar Rose by Jane Yolen. I think this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, I believe. I had to buy this book for one of my literature classes in college, and we never read it, and I was kind of excited to read it. I'm just gonna read it now. It looks really cute. So, Briar Rose. And then Tony and Susan. There was a show or a movie on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it, but it's not Tony and Susan, but it's based off this book. And I thought it was very interesting. So my friend actually bought the book and she gave this to me to read. So I'm excited about that because I did really like the movie. I have Slaughterhouse-Five. This has been on my shelf for the longest time. It's so short. I can probably read this in just one sitting. And Looking for Alaska by John Green. This has been on my shelf for years and years and years. I have started it. I've just never finished it. I can't remember whose video it was, but I saw on YouTube that someone said that this was, no, maybe it was TikTok, that someone said that this was one of their favorite books ever. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have that on my bookshelf. I need to read it. Why haven't I read it yet? Lastly, I have Twisted Love. I, of course, hear so many people talking about the Twisted series and how good it is. So I picked up the first book to see if I like it. So this is my end of the year TBR, what I would like to be done with by 2023. I don't think that's gonna be too hard. I don't think that's super ambitious. I think that this is very, very doable. Okay, so goals for the rest of the year and going into 2023 would be, of course, reading more and continuing to fuel this like new love that I have. Another goal would be getting into booktube, like today, getting into booktube and vlogging and like reading challenges and stuff. So of course the biggest trends on booktube are like the 24-hour reading challenge, just reading vlogs in general. And so that's what I'm doing with the ACOTAR series right now, is doing like a little reading vlog, which I'm excited about. It might be a long video, but I have liked vlogging and just kind of catching up after each book and between each book and like sharing my thoughts as I go. I think it's so fun. The last thing is I think just improving on my reading journal, and I want to do a whole video about my reading journal and about the spreads in my reading journal. It's nothing like super crazy. I'm not very artistic in that sense, but I have a lot of trackers and a lot of like lists, TBR lists and stuff in there that I would like to share, and I think that'd be really nice. So that's another aspect of this whole thing that I love, and I think I need to put as much effort into that as I do into reading the books. So yeah, I don't know how to end my videos. That's my little end of the year TBR and book review. If you're watching this, hopefully, if anyone even watches this, hopefully you decide to stick around, because I would really like to talk to people about all of these books that I'm reading, and I think that would be so fun. So hopefully you stick around and join me on this journey. Bye!